Good afternoon. I call to order for a planning and zoning special commission meeting. Can I have a roll call?
Commission Member George Amaya.
Present.
Commission Member Kay Zambin.
Present.
Commission Member Guillermina Fuentes. Commission Member Hugo Garcia. Commission Member Javier Barraza.
Present.
Madam Vice Chairman Veronica Zavala.
Present.
Chairman Marco Pinzon. Vice Chairman, you have a quorum.
For the record, I'm passing the gift to conduct to share the meeting to Commission Member Barraza.
Did I say something, or I just take it? Please stand up and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. Commissioner Van Dien.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Third item on the agenda will be the consent agenda. All matters are considered to be routine by the Planning and Zoning Commission and will be enacted by one motion. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separate. We have only one, is the approval of minutes. Any members have any comments about the minutes? Otherwise, I can entertain a motion to approve that.
Vice Chairman, Commissioner Barraza, Chairman, Commissioner Amaya, move for the approval of the minutes of the meeting held May 11, 2000.
I have a motion by Commissioner Amaya, and second by Commissioner Fuentes. All those in favor, please say by saying aye.
Aye.
All those in opposition, motion carries. Item number 4, public hearing. The Planning and Zoning Commission will be considering a vote for action on the following case. Any vote or action will be considered separately for each case. Item 4.8. Public hearing followed by discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding minor general plan amendment case number 2021-0336, a request by Core Engineering Group, LLC, on behalf of Border Ranches, Roman numeral 2, Arizona, LLC, to change the land use designation of 19.95 acres from commercial to medium-density residential. Assessors parcel numbers 227-15-003, North House, located east of 20th Avenue and south of Belleza del Desierto, Phase 2 subdivision. I can now entertain a motion to open public hearing. I make that motion. Do I get a second? You got a second? All those in favor to open the public hearing, please start by saying aye.
Aye.
All those in opposition? Open public hearing. Staff presentation, please.
Acting Chairman, Vice Chairman, and Commission members, I will like to officially introduce Mr. Fernando Villegas as the new Principal Planner for the City of San Luis. He will be making the presentation for this item.
Good afternoon, and thank you. I'm going to present the 4 items on the agenda today, and this one, I have a PowerPoint presentation for each item. And the first item is the minor amendment case. Okay. This is a request, as mentioned by Mr. Barraza, Commissioner Barraza, to change the land use designation of a parcel 19.95 acres from commercial to medium density residential. This request is for the north half of parcel 227-15003, located east of 20th Avenue and south of Belleza del Desierto, Phase 2 subdivision. This is a minor amendment. If this minor amendment is approved, the applicant is requesting the rezoning of the north half to R16 for the construction and development of a residential subdivision, and that's the next item on the agenda. The next slide shows the existing land use map. As you can see, the existing land use is commercial. Adjacent parcels to the north, northeast, northwest, and west are designated medium-density residential. Parcels to the south and east are designated commercial. This next slide shows the recently approved lot split for the property. The applicant submitted also a mayor amendment application to change the land use designation of the south half from commercial to medium-density residential. That will be presented in September to the commission. The City of San Luis 2040 General Plan requires a mayor amendment for any change in a non-residential land use designation of 20 or more acres to a residential land use designation. Next, we have a aerial image. Here, we show the location of the subject property and the adjacent subdivisions. To the north, we have Belleza del Desierto Phase 1 and 2. To the northwest, we have Bienestar Estates 11, and to the east, the Arizona Industrial Subdivision. Subdivisions in the area use County 24th Street and Avenue E to connect to Cesar Chavez Boulevard. On June 1st, we had a citizen review meeting, and we received no comments. Staff sent letters, notification letters to the adjacent property owners within 300 feet of the proposed project, and we received no comments. The staff is recommending approval for minor amendment case number 2021-0336. Mr. Vice Chairman, Commissioner Barraza, this concludes the staff presentation, and the next item on the agenda is the rezoning of the same parcel. Any questions first?
Do you want to present them, at the same time, or you just want us to hear this one first and move on?
Okay, it's up to the commission to.
Okay, I think we can just probably discuss this one. I remember like 2 years ago, on the north, the subdivision, Belleza del Desierto, they did the same thing. What's the total acreage on that parcel? Is it 40 or is it more than 40?
Yeah, the parcel is exactly 40 acres in size. We can only accept a minor amendment if it's less than 20 acres. So when they submitted the land division or the lot split, the parcel was 19.9, with the dedication of right-of-way. So that way they were allowed to apply for the minor amendment. But they applied for the major amendment for the south half because, it was more than 20.
Any questions for staff?
My question is that area was kind of designated before, I know, as part of the growth of San Luis, second port of entry. And if we start taking over all the residential areas and we're not going to allow businesses to expand San Luis in that direction, if that border or when that border ever opens to border traffic or anything like that, we're kind of closing ourselves off to that. So my concern would be, it was zoned that way for a reason, for the expansion of San Luis and kind of moving from that port of entry. So my question is along, what is it? If you go to the map, are we taking that back to residential, or, I see that it's going that way towards 20th and stuff. So, no, Avenue F. Well, I just wanted to we got to all kind of think of the growth of San Luis and that port of entry, because as we're getting closer and closer to that port of entry, we're taking more and more of that land to residential, and we're not leaving space for commercial growth.
Or industrial for that matter, huh? Or industrial for that matter.
well, industrial park's right next to that, so, I mean,
Is that-
I just was kind of asking, because I've been kind of out of the loop for a little bit, so.
Any-
Staff?
leave it as designated, but the way I see it here is that everybody is asking for land for houses. So if you have Peter asking for lots for sale, and then also you have on the other hand Jose asking for that too, so it will be then very unfair to the people that wanna continue developing. So it's a kind of, yeah, I mean, they have every single right to, like the others, to be requesting what they need to do with their land.
And the other thing that, the way that, I mean, those acres are behind the industrial area, so, and it's close to the residential, because the other side is Bienestar, so it's just residential, so those 40 acres gonna be in the middle of residential, so for commercials, no view, there will be no, like, a top land to get a commercial going there. So now, the base weight for the owner, honestly, would be residential at this point. So, yep.
Any more questions? Staff? Okay. Thank you. Well, at this time, I will open call to the public on this item. If the applicant is present or anybody from the public wish to speak in favor or against this request, please come forward.
Good evening. I'm Jonathan Klein of West 27th Place in Yuma, Arizona. I work for Core Engineering Group, and we represent the developer Border Ranches 2 LLC. It's the owner's desire to zone it residential so that we can just continue the subdivisions in the area. We've got some light industrial lots for sale there and we think along the main road there, we've got plenty of industrial for future use for the expansion of San Luis, but we appreciate the commissioner's time and questions, and if you have any more, we're here to respond to them.
Any questions for the applicant?
Other than that, we appreciate the staff report and their time as well, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
At this time, I will get the motion to close the public hearing.
Motion?
I have a motion by Commissioner Fuentes. Do I hear a second?
Second?
And a second by Commissioner Zavala, Vice Chairman Zavala. All those in favor of the motion, please state by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
All those in opposition? Motion carries. Now I can entertain an action on minor opinion on plan amendment case number 2021-0336, or is there any further, discussion about it? Can you bring back the slide with the motion? Thank you.
What happened? Come on.
Where the motion is? Okay, thank you.
Vice Chairman, Commissioner Barraza, Commissioner Amaya, for minor amendment case number 2021-0336, the City Council with recommendation of approval.
I have a motion by Commissioner Maya
Second?
and a second by Commissioner Fuentes. All those in favor stay by saying aye.
Aye.
All those in opposition say nay. Motion carries. Next case, Public hearing followed by discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding rezoning case number 2021-0243, a request by Core Engineering Group LLC on behalf of Border Ranches, Roman numeral 2, Arizona LLC, to rezone a parcel 19.95 acres from light industrial to medium density residential, assessed parcel number 227-15-3, North Half, located east of 20th Avenue and south of Belleza del Desierto Phase 2 subdivision. This one, I can entertain a motion to open the public hearing. Make that motion. Do I get a second?
Second.
Second by Vice Chairman Zavala. All those in favor, please state by saying aye. Aye. All those in opposition? Public hearing is open. Staff.
Commissioner Barraza, Commissioner, or Vice Chairman Zavala, Commissioner Maya. I'm trying to memorize the names, that's why I'm repeating.
It's a good time.
Commissioner Fuentes and Commissioner Case Van Veen. Okay. Okay, this is the same parcel. The presentation is a little bit different, but it has a zoning map now. The zoning here, the subject property is zone light industrial, as you can see, and the adjacent properties to the north, northwest, and west are zone R16. The applicant is requesting R16 for the development of a residential subdivision. Parcels to the east and south are still zone light industrial if this gets approved. As we mentioned before, they submitted a lot split. It shows the location of the subject property. Right away has been dedicated for during the approval of the lot split. And next slide, it shows an aerial view. The subject property is located in an area where infrastructure can be expanded. Existing development in the area have been providing infrastructure or access to infrastructure for residential development. As I mentioned before, we had a citizen review meeting. We received no comments for the rezoning case, or we sent letters to the adjacent property owners within 300 feet. And staff is recommending the approval of the rezoning case number 2021-0243 with the following conditions for approval. The owner/applicant shall submit a preliminary plat for the approval in compliance with the City of San Luis subdivision regulations. Condition number 2, development of the property or portion thereof and/or the approval of any subdivision plat be conditioned upon payment to the city the sum of $260 per acre or any portion of an acre as a proportionate contribution for a traffic signal at the intersection of County 24th Street and Avenue E. Condition number 3, the owner/applicant shall dedicate appropriate right-of-way to the city along 20th Avenue in accordance with the standards for the right-of-way as provided by the city general plan. Dedication of said right-of-way shall occur at such time as in the manner as required by the City of San Luis subdivision regulations, and the right-of-way has been dedicated as part of the lot split. Mr. Chairman and Vice Chairman, this concludes staff presentation. I don't know if you have any questions for staff.
Yes, you guys have not required, there's no time frame on these conditions?
No.
No. So do you know the status of Belleza del Desierto number 2? Are they going to come first? Or if this subdivision comes first, they're going to have to improve the alignment of Avenue 20, that is? I don't know. What is the...
My understanding is that Belleza del Desierto Phase 2 is being approved by City Council.
Okay.
And it's being,
Okay, thank you.
it's being recorded, right?
Any questions for staff? The commission? None? Thank you.
Thank you.
This time I call to the public on this item. If the applicant want to come forward, anybody from the public wish to speak in favor or against this request?
Good evening. Again, I'm Jonathan Klein of Core Engineering Group of 16th Street in Yuma, Arizona. Just here to answer any questions the commission or the staff might have. We appreciate the commission and the staff's time. If there aren't any.
Any questions for the applicant?
Thank you very
How
much.
many lots are you planning to put in one spot?
We actually don't have a subdivision layout yet. The owner did it in the minor amendment just to split it because he had another developer that was thinking about buying it. But yeah, there isn't a planned development, but it would be just in the same form as the surrounding subdivisions. So we would follow the same format that City Council approved on the last go-around.
Thank you.
Any more questions for the applicant? Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody from the public wish to speak? None? With that, I can entertain a motion to close the public hearing on this.
Motion?
I have a motion by Commissioner Fuentes,
Second.
a second by Commissioner Van Veen. All those in favor, please say by saying aye. All those in opposition? Close public hearing, and now I can entertain an action or recommendation, a motion on rezoning case number 2021-0243, or is there any further discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to forward rezoning case number 2021-0243 to City Council with recommendation of approval.
Okay, staff, do we need to establish that subject to the conditions recommended by staff? Or?
Yes, please, subject to the conditions as recommended by staff.
Subject to the conditions as presented by staff.
I have a motion by Commissioner Fuentes. Do I have a second?
Second.
And a second by Vice Chairman Zavala. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
All those in opposition, state so by saying nay. Motion carries. Thank you. We move to item number 5 of the agenda. Items requiring discussion and/or action. The Planning and Zoning Commission will be considering a vote or action on the following cases. Any vote or action will be considered separately for each case. Item 5.a, discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding subdivision case number 2021-0418P, a request by Core Engineering Group LLC on behalf of the Greater Yuma Port Authority for the Magrino Industrial Park Unit 4 preliminary plat. The property is located south of County 25th Street between Avenue E and Avenue D in San Luis, Arizona. Staff's presentation.
Vice Chairman Zavala and Commissioners, this presentation is for the next 2 items on the agenda, since the information is the same for both items. As mentioned, this is a request for approval of the preliminary plat, and the next item is the final plat for the Magrino Industrial Park number 4. This subdivision consists of 86.3 acres and will contain 12 industrial lots. The lots range in size from 2 to 14 acres. The Magrino Industrial Park is located south of County 25th Street, east of the commercial port of entry. Final plats have been approved for the Magrino Industrial Park 1, 2, and 3, located to the north of this proposed subdivision. The zoning map shows the subject property that it's zoned light industrial. Next, we have subdivision layout. Access to the proposed subdivision is from Port Authority Avenue and from Avenue D. Both roads will be expanded to connect to Unit 4. The area view is missing some existing buildings and road improvements. Road improvements that are part of Unit 3 will be completed for this new subdivision. And staff recommends approval of this request for the preliminary, and the next item is the final plat for Magrino Subdivision, Industrial Park Unit 4, with the condition that the applicant addresses review comment letter dated July 8, 2021. This concludes the staff presentation. Any questions for staff?
Are there any questions for staff? So they're proposing two access points for this one, right? And it's also it's not gonna be used by the first subdivision that is fronting?
Commissioner Barraza, yes, the access to the proposed subdivision is from Port Authority Avenue and Avenue D. Both roads will connect to this subdivision. That will be the access to this subdivision. This is an all aerial photo. It's missing some road improvements. But in the layout of the subdivision, you can see the roads.
Thank you. Is there any more questions for staff? Thank you.
Thank you.
At this point, I think it says just the action on subdivision case. I can now entertain a motion. So do we do it separately?
Yes, they're two separate items.
Thank you. On subdivision case number 2021-0418P, which is the first one. Is there any further discussion, or I can entertain a motion? This case, previously mentioned. I move to approve the preliminary plat and final preliminary plat with the condition that the applicant, it's kind of like the way it's worded, seems to have to actually do
Yeah,
it together.
if you could
So-
skip the end, final plat.
Okay. I move to approve the preliminary plat with the conditions that the applicant addresses review comment letter dated July 8, 2021.
Second.
There's a second by Commissioner Van Veen. All those in favor, please state so by saying aye.
Aye.
All those in opposition, state so by saying nay. Motion carries. Now I can entertain a motion on subdivision case number 2021-0419F, or is there any further discussion of it? Again, I make that motion. I move to approve the final plat with the condition that the applicant addresses the review comment letter dated July 8, 2021.
Second.
It is taken by Commissioner Fuentes. All those in favor, please state so by saying aye. Aye. All those in opposition, state so by saying nay. Motion carried. And that was the last item. With that, seems like I don't have to make a motion, ask for a motion for this one. This meeting is adjourned unless anybody wants to say something before. No? In this case, I want to thank you. I appreciate the PowerPoint presentations. It really gives us a better visual. Sometimes we don't get to go to those areas, and these help a lot. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for that. And with that, I will adjourn this meeting. Meeting adjourned.
And you need a motion?
No, just
Okay.
adjourn it.